Jullian Michales is a celebrity fitness trainer and certified nutritionist who has made moves in the fitness industry, whether it is her hard-assed approach on The Biggest Loser, with her Jullian Michales fitness app, also so much more. MUMMACTIV is a pregnancy and breastfeeding activewear label where we not only collide fashion with function to help mums keep stylishly active, we also endeavour to create a community detailing all things pregnancy, breastfeeding, postpartum to help mums make educated decisions so that they can actually keep their bodies healthy and moving during these very important stages. So, Jullian, hello, how are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
Yeah, very good, thank you. Hopefully, you're enjoying your Monday after a busy long weekend, I'm sure.
I'm talking to you, so how could I not be enjoying it?
Thank you. So, Jullian, what actually inspires you about the current fitness industry? We've seen the waves of things like keto, intermittent fasting, etc., which you have never really aspired to or seem to jump on board the bandwagon of. So, what is it that keeps you turning up day in, day out, inspiring people to make healthier choices?
I like intermittent fasting. I mean, don't get me wrong. If it's an overnight window where you're not eating, there's nothing wrong with that, as long as we understand what it actually is and what it potentially could do. But we'll set that aside because that was not the question. What keeps me showing up is my own personal journey with health and wellness, obviously, right? Like I want to live my longest, best life. I want to be around to meet my great grandchildren. I want to inspire my kids. I want to be that like cool mom that was on the slopes next to them, not at the bottom of the mountain with hot chocolate. Like I'll do that too, but I want to be both. I have a host of reasons that make me show up every single day to take care of my own fitness and health. And I think that transcends into my message, right? Like whatever I write about, whatever program I create, whatever, whether it's fitness or nutrition, it's based in what I am working on, learning about, passionate about. So that keeps me showing up. I would say in the industry right now, what I find the most exciting is that there are no gatekeepers. So young up and coming talent is given a better opportunity to shine and be found. We have a platform called the Fitness app. And yes, I am on it, but we are now able to add new individuals, whether it's a person who specializes in sleep or a person who specializes in pregnancy fitness, Taylor Walker, who's amazing, or an individual who specializes in corrective exercise, like a guy named Brandon Voles. We're adding new talent every day so that people just get the best access to the best experts. And that excites me.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think you've touched on a few different things, I suppose, that we like to talk about. Number one, we try and advocate that whole monkey see, monkey do kind of approach with our own kids and showcasing to mums how they can still keep active no matter what stage. So whether they've got a newborn baby or whether they've got a toddler, they can do things like, let's say, get your app involved and still do workouts at home or wherever they possibly, if they go to the park, you can still do things like that as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so it's kind of resonates really strongly with us. And how do you teach? Because you've got two of your own beautiful children now, and obviously you want to share with them like how they can remain fit and active and healthy is the most important thing that we like to share with our community. How do you teach them to embrace the healthy habits?
I just try to make it fun for them. Kids shouldn't be working out, right? Like kids should be playing. Ride your bike, skateboard, shoot some hoops, run on the beach. Like, there's a million things. Go play hide and seek, go play tag, move your body, play, be physical. I think that's so important, is to make an active lifestyle a fun and social lifestyle. And I think they can carry that well into adulthood. When it comes to food, I'm honest. I'm like, I get it. Like, I get that that tastes awesome, but it's so bad for you, honey. I'm like, these are all the things that are in there, and these are all the things that they do. Can we look for a better version of that without the artificial colors, without the artificial flavors, without, the X, Y, and Z? Like, you like gummy candy and all that gross crap? Like, let's get yummy bears. They're organic gummy bears. Is it still sugar? Yeah. But at least it doesn't have a host of poison mixed into it. You know what I mean? Like
Completely.
I mitigate it, right? There's boundaries around it. Yeah, we can have a burger and a small fries, but not a burger and a large fries and a soda and a shake. And no. There's limitations. These are boundaries, and we work within this. It's about balance. So
Yeah.
with food, I'm very transparent.
Yeah, no, and I see that coming through a lot with what you share as well. It's all about balance. It's not about saying, no, you can't have it, because if people get that message of, no, you can't have it, then they kind of
Yeah.
go to that other extreme sides of binge eating on several
Yeah.
days a week or whatever. Whereas if you kind of balance across your whole days and across your whole weeks, you get that, really focused, I suppose,
It's
approach.
managing it, and it's allowing people to tolerate. Like, sometimes when I work with adults, like, why don't we wait 15 minutes? See if you're hungry in 15 minutes. So you're not saying no, but you're teaching them to tolerate that, like, oh, that 15 minutes. See if they forget about it. You're building up their resilience, their fortitude. You're getting them comfortable with that emotion, so it doesn't trigger them in bigger ways. That it's a different conversation as well.
Yeah, but it's a really, really good one. I mean, we work, as I said, like a lot of our mums are like a sleep deprived mama, where they
Mm,
find themselves quite often turning to foods that are high in sugar, high in fat, because
yes,
it's
of
almost
course.
the same as if they're hungover. So that, that power to be able to stop and kind of go,
Yeah.
hey, no, do you know what? I actually don't need it. It's not a good choice right now. What foods would you recommend, I suppose, to limit the consumption of those foods that are high in sugar and high in fat?
I mean, look, sleep would be amazing, right? I mean, whatever you can do to get the sleep. Like, I don't care if you trade off with your husband on a dream feed. If you can afford a night nurse a couple nights a week to catch up, if you can, I mean, I put a certain kind of cereal in the milk before the do your best. You're not a monster if you're trying to get some sleep and you're requiring some help. I also get that, there are limitations that you just cannot get around. Hydrate, that helps tremendously. Eating a balanced diet. And when I say balanced, I mean protein, fat, and carbs in their most real form. So something like, let's say, chicken tacos with the black beans and maybe a side of veggies, right? Like, okay, you've got protein, you've got fat, you've got carbs, you've got food in its most whole form, not like white, cheap rice that's going to break down in your system super quick and spike your sugar and then crash it. If you have these whole foods and a balanced macronutrient ratio, it sustains, it manages the level or the speed in which you break it down into sugar. So it stabilizes blood sugar and gives consistent energy. When you're eating a bunch of chemicals and processed crap, again, it your body breaks it down quick, dumps all that sugar into the bloodstream. Pancreas then dumps insulin to try to pull the sugar out of the blood. And now you have a sugar crash, right?
Yeah.
Because insulin's done its job. So it's up, it's down, it's high, it's crash, it's stabilizing the macros and eating foods in their whole form, hydrating and grabbing sleep whenever you can, even if it's a 15-minute nap, will help.
Because you had two that were quite close in age, weren't they? You kind of had your 2-year-old with your newborn baby, and that time
I
would have been.
did. It was hectic. I must admit, it was a hectic time for sure.
Yeah, no, definitely it would have. I mean, I suppose you're currently also, I suppose, sorry, what I was going to say, you also regularly, I suppose, share research and that with your audience as well, and we try to as well. specifically, you were talking about Taylor Walker before in terms of
Mm.
the pregnancy side of things. So we work a lot with pregnant mums and trying to show them the current research about that benefit of exercising during pregnancy. Like we've always known, but there was always this, oh, I'm pregnant, I can't, like I have to stop exercising. It's
The
going to
opposite.
baby.
Exact opposite is true, actually. It's
Correct.
one of the best
Exactly.
things that you can do for yourself and the baby.
Yeah, there was a great article that you wrote. I mean, it was showing back a few years back in 2017 about the whole research of it and also the benefits, not only to you as a mum during your pregnancy, but also to the fact that when you're in labor, so the benefits of being in labor and had been exercising, the recovery from that, but also the benefits to your unborn child as well. Like you talk about things like, I think, gestational diabetes in that, in terms of the better heart rate patterns, just the better body systems which they get as a result of their maternal mother keeping active during her pregnancy. So gone are those days where mums sort of like were, oh my God, I can't do any exercise. The funniest thing that I had when I was pregnant was this whole, I had lots of people say, you can't lift your arms above your head because you're going to wrap the umbilical cord around the baby's neck.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Hadn't heard that one.
Yes.
All right. There's a lot of myths out there, unfortunately, but luckily now there is a host of really good information that's readily available to empower women, I think. And no one's saying like, if you feel like crap and you're nauseous and you're tired, it's okay. But do what you can when you can, and the benefits are there in a really big way.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, one of the things I suppose we get a bit funny about is there are certain people who are a personal trainer, they've now had a baby, they now create some sort of app or like fitness program and say, oh, well, I'm now an expert in pregnancy and postnatal exercise because of the fact I've had a baby and I was a PT.
No, they've got to be ACOG certified.
Yeah.
No. So like we did, I wrote an entire book about it with an ACOG certified fitness specialist. I didn't, because I was like, no, I need to get the best of the best. She created the program. Then we had a registered dietitian, a pediatrician, an OBGYN, an endocrinologist. No, you have to have a specialist. And any program I've ever created around pregnancy is with an ACOG certified pregnancy fitness specialist.
Okay, and so they should probably be quite upfront. I suppose the reason why we're going into that is because a lot of these are now available on the internet, and so then trying to navigate around, well, what is a certified one? What is the one that's going to have that accreditation behind it, I suppose, to know that they know exactly what they're talking about rather than just going, oh, well, I've had a baby, I'm a PT, I'm now an expert.
Yeah, no, you should be ACOG. At least in America, you want an ACOG certification.
I think because in Australia, it's not ACOG.
Oh, it's not ACOG? Okay, I'm not sure what it is in Australia, but in the States, that's what you're looking for as a person. But all you have to do is read their bio and look at the certifying organization and look it up and see if it's legit.
Yeah. No, definitely. And it's very helpful because, as I said, a lot of mums trying to navigate, right? I want to do this, but I don't know where to start.
Yeah.
So finding someone or an app platform where they can come into it, because we get asked a lot, like, where would you recommend to go? So, yeah, that's very, very important to us. So,
Joanne, we've got to wrap it up. We have to wrap it up, hon. Time's up.
Thanks, Jullian, for your time anyway. And we really appreciate you jumping on and talking to us about fitness and nutrition and your own life involved in that.
Oh my gosh, it's my pleasure. And thanks for everything you do. Keep up the great work.
Thank you.